I think once quantum computing comes to the picture or starts to kind of get the era entrance as Gen AI has done, things will multiply immensely. The next generation is crucial for us. All the future generations are crucial for us to continue to build upon the momentum of our technical evolution, our transformation overall. So, I mean, it is great that we see a lot of that starting to be infused at early school levels. And it's also promising to see that the accessibility of training has become wider than ever before with the options on the various providers on the internet, the formats, etc. But it's if we want to continue to contribute, build upon, and leverage digital technologies evolution and AI's evolution, we need to continue to put this as a primary point in our agenda. Definitely invest in our future, invest in our future talent. UAE's got an advanced digital infrastructure, and they've always they've always invested and had this on top of their agenda as well. We see this with our telecommunication infrastructure, the advancements, being one of the early ones with 5G as well. So we know that bandwidth, as the key digital transformation points that's enabling everything is the infrastructure of the speed and bandwidth, which we have, the storage, which is becoming fairly accessible as well on the infrastructure, where the different hyperscalers coming into the region as well, in collaboration with the drive from the UAE to welcome them here as well, and the processing power that comes with these hyperscalers. So as we see that, when we talk about the big hyperscalers and the data centers that are being open here, it shows that there's keen and serious interest, not just in terms of interest, but materialization of a vision that has to happen so that we do have the enablement infrastructure that can enable us on a local level or at a global level to innovate, right? There's a lot of it as well that has to do with, that we should mention, is that as we look at the accessibility of global infrastructure to enable innovation, there are components of it that have to do with data residency, with localization, data sovereignty, and this is why we're seeing some of these hyperscalers working in collaboration with the government so that they have the local enablement of the data just for the different data regulations and legislations. So it's really exciting times. We're developing a lot of things, a lot of the components that are just setting up the foundation for a bright future for the UAE and beyond. If we look at sort of all the different eras that we've entered, right, from the dot-com boom back in the late 90s, and how that's evolved into the social media as the next trend, and then we've entered into the blockchain, the metaverse, and you see every step of the way, and now we enter the era of kind of the Big Bang AI and Gen AI, right? So if you look at all of it not in isolation, but in accumulation, it's actually exciting, right? I say this, is that if you look at metaverse alone, prior to the advent of where we are with Gen AI, it was, okay, it had a ton of potential, but you look at the infusion of the power that Gen AI will add to the metaverse, this is the beauty of this technological evolution that we're going towards. What I see is going to be a very critical next era for us that's kind of brewing in the back end right now. There's a lot of research that's happening with it, with a lot of the key players, whether or not academic or commercial side or open source side, is quantum computing. I think once quantum computing comes to the picture or starts to kind of get the era entrance as Gen AI has done, things will multiply immensely. I can't really, it's exciting to try to imagine. By the nature of quantum, you can't imagine the possibilities because it's really about possibilities. But it will definitely unlock a lot of potential possibilities built on top of all the foundation that we've reached to. So all the steps that we've mentioned, from the internet, from the social media aspects, from blockchain, from metaverse, Gen AI, AI in general, and then quantum computing.